Taking a right away. Top 39, top 15. Go with Will. Only ring 66 out of the whole shebang. All right, you know, trying to make top 25 and up the leaderboards, you know. But doing this Genesis Invitational, this one's always windy too. It's a fun course though. Round one here in Genesis.
.2K Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Genesis Invitational. Today's coverage is just about to begin. Delighted to have 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beam in the booth.
Player,
I'm Luke
like,
Elvey, and it's a good morning to Henny Koyak,
in
who's out on
tournament,
the
or like
course following our featured group.
they come out a new one,
Hi,
whatever.
Luke, I'm very much looking
You don't
forward to
always start on
bringing
hole
you
one.
the action
You know what I
from
mean?
the golf course for
Depending
this
on,
week's
like,
featured group. Now there is a sense of
where you
maybe
place,
fear,
or you know what I mean,
heightened
time
competition
slots,
this week,
all that
as
shebang.
this player
I think that'd be
has said
safe
that
to
they're
give just that
starting up a rivalry with their playing partner.
Well, Henny, it sounds like they're trying to beat young Will Zalatoris. I'm really looking forward to this matchup.
Oh, as am I. Wily Will found his way onto the tour in a very unusual manner, and he kept himself there. The pressure is not too much for him. He can handle anything. He's a fierce young man, a young man of the future, and I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with his game. Where can you beat him? Where can you see any of those defenses? He's very confident, and as I said, Luke, he can take that pressure.
Yeah, well, he might be slight in stature. I think he's 160 pounds wringing wet, but he's big on confidence and bold with his iron play. There is not a flag he won't fire at, so if you want to beat Will Zalatoris, you better go hole hunting.
Jesus.
Pretty good chance here. This one's
Barely
for par.
fucking see the damn line.
Nice line. Well, that's a mistake. Tough to leave that short.
A little too cautious on that effort there, Luke.
Sitting at 1 over for the day.
No worries.
We know that Riviera starts with a 5-4, but it may as well be a 4-5 because the par 4 second is tougher than the par 5 first.
I've never seen a golf course where you're so happy to start off birdie bogey. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. The second hole, pretty straight away off the tee shot. The second shot moves a little bit from left to right, back up the hill. There is some space on the right-hand side to miss your second shot up by the green, but there's no guarantees that it'll kick hard enough right to left to get back on the green. It's a sensational second hole.
Getting ready to play their third. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Oh, I like the look of that shot there, Beamer.
He went past it one way, back down the other.
And
Ain't
this
that
putt
something?
coming up for his par. Currently at +1 for the tournament. Pacific Palisades in California, the site of Riviera, the third hole, par 4. Elevated tee shot.
A fairly generous fairway, a little bit more room out to the left than what players can see off the tee shot. Second shot is going to be downhill to a green that basically chases away from the player, going from the front portion of it all the way to the back.
Get up there.
Difficult to get your second shot close here.
That's a poor lie. Will he be able to get out of here?
They'll have to get their best bunker technique out here because this is nasty.
Oh my God.
And here we are with their fourth.
Set.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. Let's try and make this one. Only got the one shot. Sitting at a couple over for the day.
Rough start.
So many wonderful holes at the George Thomas designed Riviera Country Club. This par 3 fourth has to be one of them.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green.
That thing
If
just
they can do
stayed
that,
to the
they've
right.
got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
And here we are with the third shot. 5 strokes behind our leader. Oh, I thought that one was going in. There's part of about 6 feet coming up.
Really rough
It's got a
start.
chance.
All right. Come on.
Yeah, that's hold, but they seem to be losing a bit of their momentum.
And making one bad mistake with another, compounding it, not good.
Now 7
Locking
shots
in.
behind after that. Rich, the PGA Tour is basically a power game these days, although the 5th here at Riviera forces players just to hold off the tee.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
It's fair to say that wasn't their best shot.
Well, story of the day for this player is just missed too many greens. You can't
Sit,
afford
sit,
to do
sit,
that.
sit, 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 sit.
Okay, Henny,
Jesus Christ.
what's he looking at with this putt?
Straight back up this hill. Can be firm here.
Looking great now.
Fair
I
effort.
even gave him more, too.
Just a tiny putt is all that remains. And unfortunately heading in the
4
wrong
out of
direction on
5.
the leaderboard after that hole.
Bogey.
The 6th hole here at Riviera is very unique, isn't it, Rich?
Who puts a bunker in the center of the green? No one else except for the folks at Riviera Country Club. I love this hole.
Opting for the 3-iron here.
Hold it, Wayne.
That's a shame. Just leaking left, that one.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Didn't that look good for a long time? And a par putt awaits him.
Looking good so far.
Oh my God, that ball's just gonna roll, man.
Oh dear. Time to get the chipper back out. Playing their 4th shot. Ooh, that almost went down. Time to make a putt here. This one's for double. Now at 6
Bogey,
over for the
par,
round.
bogey, 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 double.
Unfortunately, backing up slowly but surely on that leaderboard, Luke.
Let's head to the par 4 7th at the Riv. Again, it's a par 4 that requires placement of the tee.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side
Thank God it
comes
didn't
in
touch that
quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it. But again, you push it a little bit, and now the Barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
This would be a great up and down from this spot.
Oh my God.
Just taking a look at this one, Rich. Do you think it's makeable?
Luke, I gotta say, I don't like their chances. I have been wrong once before, but I really can't remember when that was.
Oh, get in. Was on a good line. A 7-footer right here.
Yeah, putting for bogey here.
And down she goes.
I can't just leave myself with a putt like that.
Advantage.
I'm literally
The par 4 8th at
bogey
Riviera
man
is
right
a
now.
choose your own adventure. Which fairway do you like to take?
I think most players are going to try and go down the left-hand side, as it seems to be the easier of the two these days. However, where they stick that flagstick, well, that's a different question. If they stick it up front right, the left-hand side of the fairway, that's not the easiest approach. So better be mindful of where that flagstick is in order to pick which side of the fairway you want to drive it down.
Going for less club here.
Oh, that was pure. And he's down there. You got to read.
Setting up this putt 24 feet from the cup.
And the rivalry seems to be inspiring this player to make some great putts. That will bring them closer together on the leaderboard. Moments like that deserve another viewing. Let's take a look at the replay.
I could watch this one all day. Who would have thought that would go in?
1-1-1.
Currently at 6 over par.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
The final hole on the outward half is a par 4 playing back up towards the clubhouse, Rich. It's a good par 4.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
Getting ready to play their third. How close was that to going down? And he needs this to save par. Ooh, nice looking putt. Well, that'll maintain the momentum. Nice par putt.
All right, tell me the cut line.
Rich, cut day today. Always filled with a little bit of nerves for a lot of players out there, but this player's in a pretty good position.
I don't think they're nervous because they're so far out of it. It would take a miracle for them to make the cut.
It's like they got all of that one. That's on a good line. Time for the second shot at the 10th. Just 3 feet to go to the hole. Don't miss this. They can be costly. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. Now on the tee, fresh off a birdie, a great opportunity to build on that momentum.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
This line doesn't look too tough, just in the first cut, right by the green. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice?
Oh my God, look at that. That's crazy.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
He's looking at around 14 foot, I'd say.
Just didn't drop. Yeah, nicely holed.
Oh my God, what a save. What a save.
So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole. When you stand on the 12th tee, Rich, you're thinking to yourself, oh, a couple of strong back-to-back par 4s, and it starts right here.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevent you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
Oh, these are good for the momentum. These ones right on 8 feet.
This is what they have left for par here.
Good putt, that. Sitting at +5 overall. Reach the 13th hole. Slightly different look off the tee.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left. Requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. You find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
A chance for a birdie if this goes down.
And this putt to draw even with Will Zalatoris.
Sit, please, for the love of God.
How frustrating. Maybe you can chip it back close and limit the damage.
Well done. That takes the pressure off the putt. That's a chip to be proud of.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
Don't worry about it.
The 14th, Rich, I know it's dear to your heart, the par 3. You made an ace there in tournament history, won a car. How do you tell the players to play it?
Hit a 7-iron, a high little draw 7-iron, and 2 hop it right in the hole, Luke. That's what I suggest. That makes it easy.
Just a little off with the accuracy there, unable to find the green.
Oh, look at that. The wind just wreaking havoc with that shot. Disappointing.
Jesus, these greens.
Well, I hope he makes this one. It's for par.
Short game has been especially sharp today, Luke. Very impressive.
Like, it just...
Bugger, a bogey. Game's just getting a little out of shape by the looks of it.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Now playing a little defensively.
The 15th, Rich, a very good par 4. Although, if you're Victor Hovland, maybe the fairway's not in your line of sight.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dogleg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side. And you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
An opportunity to make a par here. Yeah, we'll take that.
Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. The 16th at Riviera Ridge is the last chance to get amongst the birdies on a par 3.
A breathtaking short par 3, 166, an island green surrounded by bunkers.
Oh no, my game crashed. No.